A Lost in Space reboot is coming to Netflix, and the 90s are officially dead because JNCO Jeans is going out of business. And we're going to talk about these stories and more coming up. What up to my peoples? Welcome back to Retro Crunch, your nostalgia show that's all about current pop culture, movies, music, and games that relates to all things 70s, 80s, and 90s. When I was just a wee little boy, the first sci-fi show that I ever watched, even before Star Trek, was Lost in Space. The original show ran from 1965 to 68, but I remember it from Saturday morning cartoon lineups of the 1970s and early 80s. There was eventually a movie based on the show in 1998 that went on to make $136 million worldwide at the box office, which is not too shabby. And in recent news, Netflix is going to be rebooting the series, and it's going to premiere April 13th this year on Netflix. The first trailer is out now, and it has the potential to be a really good series, but this is just a teaser trailer, and it left out two important characters. The first, Dr. Smith, who's a manipulative stowaway, is going to be played by Parker Posey and should add some interesting banner to the show. And the infamous Robot, that's what his name was, just Robot. He's from the original show, and we did hear him in the trailer a little bit, but we haven't seen him yet. I hope Robot looks just like he did from the 1965 show, with his long stringy arms and the spinner top. Yeah, probably not going to happen, but it would be a sweet throwback to the original. So this new reboot is based off the 1965 series and not the 1998 movie. So there should be a lot more depth and character development than many might remember from the 1998 movie. But whether the show is going to follow the same plot is still not known, other than we know that the cast is going to be more diverse in this series than it was in the 65 one, and the family ends up crashing on a planet far from where they were trying to go. The special effects should be fantastic from what the trailer shows though. And I remember the old series, that was one of the things that people thought were laughable. I'm really looking forward to the show, but there's still a few more months before the premiere, so we should get a lot more information on it pretty soon. Are you guys interested in the show? And what do you think about them casting a female as Dr. Smith instead of a guy like in the original series? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And next up, if you follow this show, you already know that Magnum P.I is going to be rebooted. Well, we finally know who's going to be playing the leading role of Magnum. The actor cast for the lead role of Thomas Magnum is going to be a guy named Jay Hernandez. I'm not familiar with him, but he did star as Diablo in the movie Suicide Squad, and I did like him a lot in that. I'm still not sure about this reboot though. And on to some fashion news. This just in, the 90s are officially over. JNCO Jeans is shutting down. Yep, that grunge clothing company known for jeans that look like long skirts is going out of business according to its blog. JNCO Jeans were popular in the mid to late 90s, and the opening at the bottom of the leg was like 32 inches long for each pant leg. They even had jeans that were like 50 inches long. They were real popular with skaters, goth kids, and anyone whose favorite number was 420, if you know what I mean. Kids today would not be caught dead in a pair of JNCO jeans, but back in 1998, the company had over $180 million in sales, and they were hugely popular. So if you want to bring back the 90s grunge or need a wearable parachute, head on over to JNCO's website and pick up a pair before they go out of business. Oh yeah, and that reminds me, Bill Murray is trying to bring back bell-bottom jeans for golfers. He's calling them Bill-bottom jeans. Hope that works out for him. And then just an update on the Toys R Us bankruptcy. They initially announced back in September 2017 that they were going to close 200 stores nationwide. Well, they just put out a new statement that they're actually going to be closing an additional 200 stores. This would drop them to about 400 stores total. Not looking too good, True. And finally, on this day in history, February 23rd, 1993, Gary Coleman won a $1.3 million lawsuit against his parents. The Different Strokes star sued his manager and parents, claiming that they had mismanaged his money. His parents later countersued, but in 93, Coleman was finally awarded $1.3 million, which was quickly gone due to lawyer fees and bad investments though. And that's all the retro news that I have for you guys this week. If you like this video, be sure to give me a like. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on when we post new videos. We put out new videos every Monday and Friday, so if you're into retro news and nostalgia stuff, you're in the right place. Alright, retro heads, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see y'all in the next video. And remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.